current.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to call a few names, and then all I want to hear from you is one thing I know about the universe of obligation, because we're going to have to practice our English.
There's a few.
Okay, that's great. Yeah, no worries. Okay, so this card belongs to Manpreet. Who's Manpreet? Yeah? Okay, one thing you know about the universe of obligation. Say, one thing I know. One thing I know.
One thing I know
about the universe of obligation.
About the universe of obligation
Is
order.
Is that
Is that
there is an order
there's an order
to take care of people
to take care of people
in the society.
in the society.
Excellent. Okay, good job. So my job is to help you, right? He gave me one word, and I helped him with the whole sentence. Okay, that's perfectly fine to do. I always want to be helpful so that you can do well. Who's Anna? Anna? Okay. What's one thing you know about the universe of obligation? Stop touching him. Sorry. Thank you.
One thing I know about the universe of obligation is the government protects and helps the people they need it.
Thank you, Anna. Very good. The government helps and protects the people who need it. That is when the universe of obligation works well. Okay? Thank you for that, Anna. Alejandra.
Oh,
Where are you, Alejandra?
Right here.
Okay,
One
thanks.
thing I know of the universe of obligation is protection.
Is that?
Is what?
Repeat. I'm going to give you a fuller sentence. Is that
Is that
the government
the government
or leadership
or leadership
will what?
protect.
Protect. Okay, the people or the community. Okay. Well done, Alejandra. Thank you.
Thank you.
Last one is Diana. So we need to move on. Do you just wave by? All right. You're doing well. Thank you for your work. Okay. She's working so hard she needs a snack. I think that's great. Thank you, Alejandra. All right. Repeat after me, please. A society's. Oh, sorry. I made a joke and I threw you off. My bad. Repeat after me. A society's universe of obligation includes those people. Oh, whose society believes society believes that deserves respect and whose rights it believes are worthy of protection. Don't fall asleep on me. Okay, good.
I'm just thinking.
He was thinking, he's like, that's deep. I got to understand that. Okay? All right, so we want to make sure that those in leadership protect. Now, here's the question for your reading. You're reading Farewell to Manzanar. Who was the government protecting when they interned the Japanese? Themselves is one answer. Predominantly white population is another. What were they doing for the Japanese? Was that helpful?
No.
No, they took them out of their lives. What about Chinese? There's Chinese Americans too. What about Mexican families or those from Spanish-speaking countries? So that's when we talk about order. Okay? Who is getting protected by various choices the government or leadership makes? So when you think about the universe of obligation, who comes first in the United States today? Let's write about today. Okay? Who comes first? And why? Okay, why is the government protecting this group first? Then you're going to explain how you think the injuries could be amended. So the government's making mistakes. What are they doing with children? Some of the children at the border. They're separated from the families, right? So mom and dad bring in with them, or they're found at the border with 2 children. Mom and dad go that way sometimes, and the children go that way. How does the government amend or say they're sorry for that mistake, that injury? How do you think they can do that? Is that easy? No, we're not doing very well with that right now in the United States. The government has injured numerous families. So you're going to write right now about today's government. How are they using their universe of obligation to protect people and those that they have hurt through injury, like the children at the border, some of them, thousands of them. How can we make up for that? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to write a sentence over here and a sentence over here to get you started. And then I just want you to take 5 minutes to start a paragraph. Just 5 minutes. Write as much as you can. And I'm going to give you a sentence to start with. Are you ready? Okay, I start with today's government. Okay? That's what we're going to start with. Today's government. All right. So today's government, you can copy my start if you want, or you can start on your own. Today's government, just write on your notes. Yep, right below your notes. This is the next section. Today's government is, or your writing is not protecting everyone in its universe of obligation. And then you're going to continue to tell me why. So you have to tell me, is today's government in the United States, are they protecting people in the universe of obligation, or today's government is not protecting? All right, and give it a try. In the last 2 minutes, you don't have to write in perfect English. Sometimes you can't write a whole sentence. Write down a couple of words for the idea. That counts too. Okay? If you don't know the whole sentence, just write down some words so that you get the idea on paper. Okay? So, we can write at the Mexican border, or you can write at border Mexico. That counts. That's okay. Or mix it up with your home language. Put some Spanish and English in there. But always try to push yourself to put some English words in your writing. Okay, partner B. I'm going to be your partner. Okay, I'll be your partner. Edwin, you're going to listen and watch. Okay? Partner B, you're just going to read to your partner whatever you have. Okay? And then partner A, you read back when they're done. Okay? Go ahead, partner B, start. Yeah, sir. Here, please. Oh, in case it ever gets loud, Mrs. Lynch.
Yeah?
Right? What color is the marker? Pink. Pink. What color is the marker?
Brown.
And finally, what color is the marker?
Green.
Green. Okay? All right, so if ever you're working in workspace, you can have some markers, okay? But I need you to actually play along, no joking, okay? All right, so you two, for the last 10 minutes or so, need a piece of paper to write on, please. Okay, not the pink one, just a plain piece of paper, okay? And then you need something to write with. No, both of you need it. And on top of your paper goes universe of obligation with a date. And I want you to copy this right there. So both of you, this is your job right now. Okay? All right, class, back to me. I'm very impressed everybody tried. Okay? The only way to learn a new language is to try. So you're talking, which is discussion. You've been thinking, which is analyzing. You've been connecting by talking to partners. Okay? And a little bit will reflect. Okay? So you're doing great. Let's keep going. So here's the universe. Okay, that's the universe of the United States. So what happens is we need to figure out what order of people are most important that we have to help. And then who's next? And who's next? And unfortunately, for some governments in the world, it doesn't matter. Okay, which is sad. What did you want to say?
Is that like where you have to order like actually real life, or just like good thing?
It's a mix. It's a mix. Some of it is real life, but some of it we don't know about and how it works because the government's so big. So we don't quite know the order. All right? So Alejandra and friends, here we go. one way we complete this diagram is to think about what factors or what parts of people are most important. United States citizens. If you're a citizen of the United States, will you be protected or will you be the last to be protected if you're citizens? What do you think? Yeah. Oh no, you're going to be first. You're first. Okay? So, for example, a number of years ago, well, not every country, many countries have an embassy in other countries. Okay? So, let's say we're in London, in England, and we have a United States embassy. If there was an attack in England near the United States embassy, you have people from the United States working there, of course. But you also have people from London working at the embassy too, because people need jobs. Something happens that's really bad. Will the embassy do its best to protect people, but who gets protected first?
Citizens.
The citizens, right? The citizens are first. So this is an important part. How long you've been here? Maybe that is a factor we have to pay attention to. Okay? So let me go back to my friend in the corner. What's your name again? Diana? How long have you been in the United States total? How many years? 3, 5, 2. I forgot to 2. You told me already. How many years have you been here?
6 months.
6 months. I've been here 48 years. She's been here 28 years. Okay? So does it matter how long you've been here? Or does it matter? You guys got that joke?
I did.
Okay.
They're looking at me like, you?
So, does it matter, is this more important, how long you've been here, or citizenship?
Citizenship.
I think you're right. Race and ethnicity. Does it matter how dark you are?
No.
No? Yes? Maybe? Sometimes? Yeah, well, I don't know. Gender, men and women. Do you think it matters?
No.
You don't think so? Maybe sometimes? What if there's children? What age?
Take care of all.
We don't have age here. Do you think age matters? The young people?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay. Participate in the military.
Yeah.
So if you're military, are you more important than civilians?
No.
The civilians have not been in the military. Maybe? Yes?
Oh, maybe, yeah.
Maybe.